Our next quick example, I don't often see this on tests, but it's good to be aware, and it's not too complicated. So if it does pop up, hopefully it won't trip you up. But we'll do it pretty quick here. Piecework so being paid piecework. Piecework earnings is just equal to a number of units produced times a piecework rate. This may or may not be tied with together with some hourly pay rate. So like I say, it's an incentive to produce units quicker. I was thinking that even one other sort of example is even if you have, say, your own Etsy store where you're making, little tea cozies or something like this, every time you sell one of those, well, that's if I sell 10 this month, then 10 units I've produced times whatever rate I'm selling at. It's not quite representative in that sense. That's what you'd be bringing in. Of course, if it's your own business, you actually probably have material costs and things to produce them as well. There's other factors to keep in mind. If it is your own business and you are thinking about something like that, you may want to also consider how long does it take you to produce one tea cozy, one unit of something, and is that actually making it worth your while? It can definitely be tough sometimes in some scenarios to charge what something really should be worth if it's nice, good quality, handcrafted and all this. Because it's a pretty busy market out there of different competitors at different quality levels. So anyway, let's take a quick look at an example of one scenario. An orchardist pays apple pickers $8 per hour plus 10 cents per apple. If a worker picks on average 1,000 apples per week for a 40-hour work week, what are the gross earnings for the week? I'm going to do hourly pay really quick first. 40-hour work week, we're not talking about any overtime or anything like that, but $8 per hour. So 40 hours times, $8 per hour. Well, that is $320 of hourly pay. Like I say, you may or may not get hourly pay. It's not a requirement as part of piecework, but this question has two types of pay. The piecework pay. So 10 cents per apple, 1,000 apples per week. By the way, you can multiply these when you're just multiplying two numbers, you can multiply them in either order. 40 times 8 or 8 times 40 gets you the same answer. So it doesn't matter which. In this case, I said number of units produced, so 1,000 apples times 10 cents. I'm going to switch that to dollars, so that's $0.10 per apple. So if you put a slash like that, that's per apple or per hour, or you could write the word per, P-E-R. So it looks like the 10 cents per apple incentive, I don't know if this is actually an accurate, we're just doing test numbers here, but that would equate to an extra $100 of piecework pay for all the apples picked. Like I say, it's a small additional incentive to have the person work faster. I'm sure there's also the incentive that if that person had only picked 100 apples that week, they'd probably get fired. There's other incentives out there too. They're not going to necessarily pay a good hourly pay if you're really, really underperforming. But, maybe the average person picks 800, well, this person just earned, an extra $20, beyond the average person, So it's a bit of an incentive. So gross pay, we're just adding them up. Hourly plus piecework. So like I say, that's $320 plus an extra $100 for a total gross pay of $420. So yeah, piecework isn't too crazy. It's just some number of units produced, some number of units produced or picked or whatever times some amount of money per unit. Okay, next we'll go on to commission questions. We'll do a few videos on that.